Be careful with what you entertain. You know, a lot of times in life, we have people who constantly come back around. Constantly. You have to be careful with who you entertain and what kind of things you entertain. You know, people love to try to put their foot sometimes in doorways to see how far they can get it to reopen. Really, honestly, the answer is you. What are you entertaining? And for what? You have to look at these things. I think about that a lot in life. I don't entertain a lot of shit at all. I don't keep doors open. I don't let people to put their foot back indoors. I'm so stellar with my shit that I block, I delete. I clean. When I'm done with a journey or with people, I really close doors. When I tell you I clean house, meaning I go through my own healing and I physically remove shit, numbers, photos, all kinds of shit. You know why? Because I know that the Creator always has something so magnificent for me that I'm not gonna let anything pass me by that's meant for me, that's supposed to be goodness. A lot of times we mess up our own journeys and our relationships by the shit that sometimes we entertain. You gotta stop entertaining bullshit, whether it's friendships, whatever. You have to learn that. I just believe in keep cleaning house. I just do believe in that, you know. But like I said, you know, what are you entertaining? And why? For what reason? Do you keep people around just because? For what? Is usually something there when you're still entertaining shit. You gotta come to terms with a lot of that. A lot of you do that. You love to entertain shit of past things where you just don't want to let go. You have to figure that out. Why? What is keeping you stuck there? Think about this logically. Have you went through the process of why you're removing stuff? And what did you learn from that? How can you move forward in a better light for you that is healing and that allows you to just let go and move forward? You have to figure that out. That's what life is. One of the things I really love about introspecting is really sitting with yourself and going deeply inward and looking at the picture of a story that has to do with myself and just looking and seeing all of the things that took place. What were the emotions that tied there? What were the good times? What were the bad things? What was the yin and yang of that? And then after I go through that, I look at, okay, this is the reason why I disconnected from that. And then I learned the lessons as to what I learned, because that's the biggest piece. The piece is learning the lesson in that journey of what I experienced. And once I go through that and realize, okay, this is the lesson, the bigger piece, because that's the honest, true key to healing is the lesson. What did you learn from it? And then I look at moving forward. Here's how I'm proceeding. So it's a whole process you go through when you're trying to understand, how did I get here? And how do I move forward so that I'm not doing this anymore? At some point, we got to get tired of having to relive those experiences. I used to be one who I used to always constantly play shit again and again and again until I started learning how to really dissect things and not stay stuck on them. Because we keep ourselves stuck in shit unnecessarily. And that's an ego thing. When we don't want to let go of shit. If we're constantly replaying it, speaking on it, all of that, we still stuck there. Every time you repeat a lot of shit, it's because you still stuck there. When you gonna stop being fucking stuck there? You gotta stop being stuck and figure out, how do I move forward? Let it go. It is what it is. Until you let go, you're gonna stay in that same time, that same cycle. People don't realize the shit you do and the shit you keep trying to create is your own ritual. You doing your own ritual on your own life. See, you can't move forward until you decide, okay, I don't need to keep replaying this. I can cut it. I'm grateful. Now I have to choose a new path, a way of being and thinking and moving so that I'm not doing this same shit. A lot of folks don't realize that, but we do that. I know I used to do it all the time. I used to be one that always constantly played the same shit until I had to learn and retrain myself to not keep reliving, keep redoing the same thing. You don't have to keep reliving and keep redoing the same thing. You can make a better choice. You can choose to say, okay, this is it. I'm done, and move on. I know it's hard sometimes to do that. But with effort, practicing mindfulness, you can get through and pass a lot of that shit. You don't have to stay stuck. You can choose to move forward or choose to say, okay, I'm not gonna keep doing this to me. People do that with hurt and pain a lot. You keep reliving the same shit because you're still stuck there. You don't have to stay stuck. You can choose to say, no, I'm gonna put this to rest. I'm gonna put it to rest and I'm good with it. And forgive yourself is the main thing, especially when it comes to something that's painful. You have to learn that you deserve forgiveness too. And a lot of times that's where it is. A lot of times people are angry with themselves because they've allowed certain behaviors, they allow people to treat them in certain ways. But now that you're in a better space, you know you deserve better. So when you know you deserve better, you do better. And that means making a better choice to say, you know what, that was a period of my life where, yeah, I went through that. But I don't have to keep reliving that and hurting myself again and again. I don't have to relive that. I don't have to do that. I'm in a different space. I'm a different person. I've grown. And I'm not going to allow myself to keep me prisoner to things that were from the past. So stop keeping yourself prisoner. Move yourself onward. That's all the Creator wants you to do. That's all. For you to realize, oh, no, I don't got to stay here. I don't have to stay stuck in this. I have another timeline, another way of life in which I'm moving, in which I don't have to stay here. Because there's something bigger. There's something greater coming. You have better experiences. You've evolved, you've grown, you've changed. You deserve better. Make a better choice. Later.